the stream and all that stuff. So it's just gonna start. Anyway, oh boy, I finally made it. I'm 25 and a half hours late for my usual Thursday stream. Um, Luckily, Valerie is here to help me, as Valerie as always brings her very calm charm and grounded ability to know what's going on and not run to the weeping closet. So Valerie's here to help me talk about NaNoWriMo. So we're gonna get started in just a second. Give people get a little bit of time to come in. Of course, we are in the about to go home Eastern time hour, streaming on a day I don't normally stream on. So if we get any viewers, I'm gonna call it a win.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Are your kids getting ready for Halloween, Valerie?
They are. My son is going as a surly teenager and who wants candy.
Oh yeah, we get scared by those a lot.
A very popular costume. My daughter, on the other hand, is going as a skeleton mermaid,
Wow.
which is actually just a Target costume, just
I
purchased
We
at
have the
Target.
little skeleton mermaid toy thing that was so ridiculous that I had to buy it because it's also got a bra on. Because
Yeah.
they can't show us what is
Well,
under
I
there.
don't know.
I
I don't know.
yeah, but good. I hope you send me skeletons. I hope you send me pictures of the skeleton.
Yes, I will endeavor to take some. I hope that she has a good time and gets a lot of candy.
Yes.
And that's really kind of the only goal of Halloween when you're
Yeah.
that age is how much candy can you
Yeah, my kid
acquire?
was in charge of buying the candy this afternoon as we were running around doing all the errands, and I think we have enough, a lot, possibly. But let me check one quick thing, and we'll get. I haven't checked my bot at all. I hope it says something nice about you, Valerie.
Oh, I think it did at some point. I think it
Has it
just
already done
shouted
so
me out.
today?
Yeah, it definitely was just like, "Hey, it's Valerie. You should follow
Oh
her."
no, but
And
that happens the first time you say anything in chat.
oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about the various like here's our guess. If you hit exclamation point
We
guess,
our
guessed what you get.
guest.
But you're not going to get Valerie, so I'm going to fix that.
It's gonna be a different guest, whoever your last
It's
guest
the one
was.
it's the one who didn't show up.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was
Well,
sad.
I hope they're okay.
I hope so too. You're so nice to not to go there first.
I
So,
mean, we've certainly had our experiences where writers have gone missing and it turned out they were in the hospital. So I just it feels
yeah.
like a sadly reasonable assumption at this point,
Yeah.
as opposed to just oops, I forgot, which is also normal. It happens, but certainly uh, the the version where someone ends up in the hospital and is gone for 3 months is not the ideal one. Hello, fire writer. I'm always wanting just enough candy for kids, but then I also want to have extra for myself.
Yeah.
Is it
Yep,
is it a
can't.
problem though, or is it a solution actually?
All right, all right. We got it. We got it. Somebody test out exclamation point guessed. Make sure it points to the right person. And we'll get started. Hi, Fire Rider. It's lovely to see you.
Oh, Costco candy is the way. Yes, if you buy Costco candy.
Oh my God, I don't. I'm afraid of. My husband was actually suggesting we go to Costco, and I'm like, we don't have a membership, so we'd either have to call our neighbor
Hmm.
to take us, or factor in getting a membership into our already bananas day.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. Thank
I
you,
am a
Fire
member of
Rider.
Mur.
We're all set.
If I were in your area, I would take you, but I'm not. I
Thank
did
you.
I did drive through North Carolina to get home though, so
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't be here to welcome you.
it's all right.
Yeah,
I was
Fire
in
Rider. That's
like
why he wanted to
Charlotte.
go to Costco. We don't get enough, so he thought we should give out full size this year. But yeah,
That
we didn't.
that that is very cheap for full-size candy bars, yes.
In this economy, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, we will get started.
Let's
Appreciate
go.
everybody who's peeking in right now. As I said, it's our off day and off time, and I don't know, but it's October 31st. Some people say it's Halloween, some people say it's Samhain, some people say it is NaNoWriMo Eve. So I should be recording all of this, but I'm not. Well, technically I am, but I usually start with the number of the episode. Okay. Oh no, basic Hershey bars are wax. No. Okay. I'm
I should
pretty
be
sure this is
writing.
I Should Be Writing season 21, episode 20, I think. Yeah, we'll go with 20.
That's more than I have fingers and toes, so that's past my counting ability.
20's more than you have fingers and toes? Is there a secret you have to tell me?
Wait, I thought I heard you say 21.
No,
Shh.
season 21,
Okay. There
episode
you go.
20. Okay, good. Because I was going to have to ask you to show it on film, but
I
not film,
mean,
video. Okay. Anyway, hi, welcome to I Should Be Writing. This is a podcast for wannabe fiction writers, other creatives, people who've been fiction writing for decades, whatever. We welcome you. Happy to have you here. My name is Mur Lafferty. I have published 8 novels and self published several novellas. I have been podcasting since 2004, and I like to talk about writing a lot because I'm still doing it. And luckily, I have with me Valerie Valdez, who, if you're a listener to just listening to the stream, you will have just heard Valerie from like 2 months ago because I was lost track of everything. But yeah, talk about her new book. But also, Valerie has another awesome thing about her, which is kind of sad now, but it's the fact that Valerie was a municipal liaison. I said it right.
heck
Municipal
yeah.
liaison for NaNoWriMo, the sadly now ended and defunct nonprofit organization. Valerie, thank you for coming back on the show to work with me to say NaNoWriMo is not dead, or NaNoWriMo is dead, long live NaNoWriMo, something.
Mhm.
Valerie, hi.
Hi, it is my pleasure to be here, even if I don't know how to count.
Yeah. I think you should have just gone with the fact that you've only got 9 toes.
Well, I donated one to a cause.
There you go.
I cannot say more.
You are a
NDA.
philanthropist. Philanthropist municipal liaison.
It does sound a little drunken when you say it,
It
doesn't
does.
it? There's
It
not,
does.
it's not it doesn't trip off the tongue very easily.
Yes. So we've talked about this on numerous podcasts, and if you're interested in NaNoWriMo, you probably already know, so we're not going to go into it. NaNoWriMo's gone. It was a nonprofit organization for 25 years. It crashed and burned. It doesn't exist anymore. But that also means there's no one around to tell us to stop using the term NaNoWriMo,
Haha.
which is National Novel Writing Month. So there's a lot of people who are gearing up to write 50,000 words in the coming weeks, starting some at midnight tonight. Valerie, how I always worry about you because you're always so pleasant, but I know you deal with a lot of crap. Valerie and I are also co-editors of Escape Pod, so I see Valerie on a lot of different levels: friend, podcast buddy, streamer, and editor. But you always seem very well in. You've got a handle on things. I always feel like you've got a handle on everything, and I was very sad and worried about you when NaNoWriMo died because that was something that you believed in a lot, and you were always, it just like, it fit your super organized world that you would naturally go out and help people with wanting to write 50,000 words in 30 days. So how are you?
Well, I'm struggling, but that's that's I feel like the world is on fire right now, and so some of us put on our suits and we just keep, you know, walking through the flames. We've got our oxygen tanks, we've got our retardant clothing,
Yeah,
and we're just doing our best out here. And
yeah,
so I will say that um, losing the NaNoWriMo infrastructure definitely made it orders of magnitude more difficult to be able to organize things this month,
yeah,
because there are a lot of people out there who are just taking it upon themselves to do their own events, whether on a small or large scale. but just losing the ability to say, here is a website. They also are doing sort of coordinated international activities or national or local. It's a lot. It's a lot harder to try to spin up that stuff all by yourself,
Yeah.
100%, than it was when you were one of many people who was doing it simultaneously. And so losing
Yeah.
that sucked a lot.
And there's something I think a lot of people don't take into account, which is when something started small
Hmm.
and then grows to something massive
Hmm.
and it dies, you can't replace it on that scale.
Yeah.
I was part of their writer board, which I don't even think was very public or they ever used me as the writer advisory board or something. And when they crashed and burned, someone sent me kind of a strident email saying that, as a writer on the board, it should be part of my responsibility to like remake NaNoWriMo. And I'm like, have you met writers? I mean, yes, it took someone who wanted to write a novel in November to get it started,
Hmm.
but the infrastructure and the people who keep it going, that's database people, that's web
Hmm.
designers, that's nonprofit people, lawyer
Hmm.
types, that's so much. And one of the things that I try to give them, like, a tiny bit of I understand, because when things started to go bad, it started in the forums.
Hmm.
I started my web career moderating forums in
Oof.
1999,
It's a thankless job. It's a
and it
lot.
was for people who play Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. So it wasn't even like Dragon Age fans. It was
Right.
like tactical shoot 'em ups. And strangely, I made one of my longest standing friends in that server. But apart from him, it's like it was not a good experience. And so when things started to go bad on the server, I at least understood. I'm like, this is a mess, and this is hard to do. It's hard to manage forums. It's hard to manage forums, especially when you offer something like the Young Writers Program and
Yeah.
invite children on your
Hmm.
forums.
Yeah.
So when the problem was, they dealt with it in the worst ways possible by like nuking the forums from orbit because it was the only way
Hmm.
to be sure. But what I'm trying to say is we can't remake NaNoWriMo now, because you can't just take this behemoth and copy it and just bring back another behemoth. It,
Yeah.
it started small and it grew. And now we are all continuing in our own ways, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like anytime someone starts a sentence with, why don't you just
Uh-huh.
immediately stop listening to them. Just close your ears and if you can walk away because whatever they say after that is probably going to be completely useless.
Yeah.
And I think that that is something that has happened a lot with the attempts by other people to armchair quarterback this nano stuff. They have a lot of ideas of why don't you just do this? Why don't you just do that? Because none of us have the time, the money, the skill set, the energy to do all of those things. And again, as a municipal liaison, I had sort of a very narrow range of duties that were supported by an infrastructure that if I attempted to duplicate that infrastructure, I would fail. I simply do not have the skill set. I don't have the money. I can't spin up a website with,
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of users
Yeah.
out of nothing and then pay for it with
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. With what? Um, yeah, so let's go over some of the things that people are offering writers during this time.
Yes.
You are always good at keeping up with stuff like that, so I'll let you start.
Doing my best here. Okay, so we're going to start with Nano 2.0, which is the website that has been put together by some of the former Nano organizers. I'm going to be dropping these links in chat as I talk about them, or trying to do so anyway.
And we'll put them in the show
Um,
notes.
yeah. So Nano 2.0 is essentially what if nano without any of the infrastructure. What it has done essentially is describe what nano is, what it does, and then provide, some sort of like informational type stuff, some resources, some cute writer swag. There's a blog, there's a young novelist site. But essentially, what it has done is it has provided links to other places, other communities that are doing NaNoWriMo. So it is the bare bones version of what is nano, how do you do it, how can you do it now in the absence of the infrastructure. Here are some links, here are some ideas and methodologies, and here's other people you could maybe do it with. So that is sort of the, I guess, easiest and most straightforward ability to do the thing is you can go there and you can check out some of their suggested communities. Just follow your nano rules and do it yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it with other people. You can absolutely write 50,000 words in November all by your lonesome. But the whole point of it is community. So finding a community is really the struggle here. So they do have a bunch of different links available. Uh, in the interests of that. I'm going to run through them, but again, you can go to the website and check them out. There's a Shut Up and Write, which is a nonprofit with participants kind of all over the world. They have in person and online writing sessions. They do online events every day. So, and some people with local chapters have kind of joined up with that. There's the Pathfinders Writing Collective, and then there's For the Words, which, as you know,
Yes, that's
um,
my favorite. That's what I was going to
yeah,
talk about.
yeah. So I'll let you talk about that one. I won't dig into that. There's Novel Quest, which is again that was created by some people. That includes a few Nano 2.0 volunteers. So intended to be an annual challenge in November. Write Your Damn Novel. It's a writing podcast and Discord community run by Christina Horner and Liz Leo. Again, longtime NaNoWriMo participants and Nano 2.0 members. NaNoWriMo.ca, the Canadian folks, they just revived it. They took they took the domain, they remade it, so now they also have some stuff there. There's also Rough Draft Month that occurs in November. They use a TrackBear leaderboard, which we in your Discord I believe are also using. I think
Trackberry,
FireWriter.
yes.
Yeah, I think FireWriter put that one together for us. So if you're not in Mur's Discord already, now's the time to join up. And then there's the Rough Draft Challenge, which is it started on a YouTube channel by someone who goes by Heart Breathings. Has a website. You can log stuff. I haven't been able to check it out more thoroughly because if you go to that website, it's basically like sign up, and I am not going to sign up to find out what's
Yeah, I
going
don't
on.
like I
I
don't
don't
like
like it.
don't like it when people do that. You got to tell me what the thing is before you
Yeah,
make me sign up.
yeah, not my best fave. If you want to go all out, so I actually follow Kate Kavanaugh Writes on Twitch. So Kate Kavanaugh is pretty cool. This is also linked on the Nano 2.0 site, so you don't have to remember this off the top of your head. But Kate participates in Millwordy, which is a million words in a year. And I have never been able to successfully complete that myself, but I
Wow.
have done a quarter Millwordy, 250,000 words in a year, which is actually not like that unreasonable. It's basically two novels in a year plus. So if you want to try that, that's a year-round option that you can get into. And so those are the ones that are listed on the Nano 2.0 website. But
That's
wait, there's more.
2,700 words a day with
It's a
no
lot of
breaks.
words. I do not write that fast. I simply do not. I'm sorry, or
Wow.
you're welcome. I can't. Um, but I can't remember what 250,000 words was. It's whatever that is divided by four. So it's not, that one's a little more reasonable and manageable, even if you kind of like take breaks and take it in chunks and whatever. So,
That would be
um,
684 words a day.
yeah, that one is
That's
like,
doable.
that's not even 1,000, right? That's
Yeah.
definitely much, because I know a lot of people that do 500 words a day, and
Mm-hmm.
that'll probably get you in like the 200,000 word range. Again, that one's a lot more manageable, I think, because then, oh, I couldn't write today, but tomorrow I'll write 1,000 words, and that's not that bad either. That's still less than a nano. So,
And everything I've
um,
heard about trying to build habits is
yeah,
take one day off, but don't take two.
yeah,
So
and it
don't build
really
that into, okay, I'll do 1,500 words day after tomorrow kind of thing.
It totally depends on the person though, because some people I know they really do write best in bursts. And so for people like
Absolutely.
that, I usually say track weekly instead of daily, which is also fine. And so if you say to yourself, well, I'm going to write, let's do math, 3,500 words a week. Yes, I can do math again. That's probably not even right, but that's 500 words a day. I think. I feel
Oh,
like I
that
should reach
sounds
for a
right.
calculator. Sounds right. So 3,500 words a week. If you're the kind of person that can sit down and write 3,500 words in a day and then you just need the rest of the week to recover, that's a perfectly valid way of writing. Like,
Yeah.
set aside Saturday or whatever, and
I've
that's
actually
your
been
writing day.
thinking about that in that when I was finishing my novel in September, I
Mhm,
was able to write that many words a day. I knew it wasn't sustainable, but I was
mhm,
impressed with the fact that I actually could
mhm,
do that. And a friend of mine said, it could be that you're focusing on one thing. And so
mhm,
now when I go back to regular life of podcast and escape pod and uh, managing the Patreon and stuff, it's like
mhm.
I've thought if I just take one thing a day and hyper focus on that one thing a day, even
Mhm.
if that's writing, that would get me further in all of the things I do than trying to do a number of things during a day and just failing, as you say,
S-
fart noise. So it's
Yeah.
I,
So
I
much of this is just figuring out your own process. And the
yeah,
only way, unfortunately, the only way to do that is to try different things and fail at them until you find one that you don't fail at.
yeah,
And that's a sucky way to go, but it is valid. That's
yeah,
the scientific method, more or less. So, ooh, it's not fun. Nobody likes it. Nobody's
yeah.
having a good time. But part of it too is just if you are enjoying the writing itself, then that the figuring out the try, fail, try, succeed cycle is a little bit easier than
Wait,
if
try
you
fail
just
try 16 cycle. What is this?
the try fail try succeed, like
Succeed. I
like
thought you said
yeah, like
16.
no, I mean if you have to do it 16 times I guess that's a way, but I'm not going to tell you how many times you have to do.
Yes, yes. Try fail try 16. I'm gonna write that
Yes.
down and get that URL just in case we ever make something of that. Okay.
So speaking of URLs, okay, I'm gonna head into more alternatives.
Okay.
So Dream Foundry is doing their fall challenge, whose name I absolutely forget every single time. But if you join the Dream Foundry Discord, I put Dream Foundry in the chat. You can definitely join up and do the thing with a bunch of other sci-fi, fantasy, horror writers. I believe that their event also is open to artists who are or musicians, because while Dream Foundry is primarily writers, that's more like a self-selected group. They are intended to be for all sorts of different kinds of sort of artistic endeavors. So if you feel like not writing but doing a different thing in November, you could do it there too. World Anvil, which is
Yes.
primarily a like kind of a wiki world guide wiki creation thing, where you can put together your story bibles for your worlds. They are doing Novel Ember. They also have World Ember, but I think that's in April possibly. Anyway, I'm going to link to the homepage for that. But you can create a free account and you can join in with other people who are doing novel stuff on World Anvil. I will only caution you that for the free account, I believe everything that you write is public. I don't think there's a way to make it private. So that is my
Oh,
main caution there. I believe that's the case. The subscription service there, I don't think it's terribly expensive, but I think you do have to be a subscriber to be able to have private stuff.
okay.
So that's
I'll
up
I'll
to you.
I love the people at World Anvil. I've been on their
Yeah.
show before.
Oh no, they're great. Yeah.
But that's a little off-putting. To go back to writing on the web, I'm going to go
Mhm,
back to For the Words, which I talk about all the time because
mhm,
I think it's a lot of fun. For the Words, if you haven't heard me wax philosophic about it, is basically gamifying writing by putting monsters in your way that you have to write a certain number of words or at a certain rate to defeat them. And when you defeat them, you get drops, you finish quests, you uh, get loot, you get to buy clothing for your avatar. It's just typical. It's real like all good computer games. It's just an outfit simulator, but it's an outfit simulator driven by your words. And I have a they're also a for pay, but I don't think they make any of your stuff public.
No.
But they do give you uh, a grace period, I think, to test it out, and November's a great time to do it. The only thing I don't like about them is, in order to defeat these monsters, you have to write on the site
Mhm.
itself, and I just usually end up writing mine and then copying it over to Scrivener, which makes all of the stuff in my for the words folder just a big mess. It's just a nightmare in there. But it's fun to do, and I really like the killing monsters aspect of it. I've not Unfortunately, I haven't done it on a sustainable level enough to really focus on finishing quests.
Mhm.
But they always have a big quest thing in November, and I just think it's a lot of fun. I am a pay for yearly member, and I just think it's fun. I keep saying that, but
But it
writing's
is
not
though.
fun. It makes you bleed. It makes you bleed, sweat bleed out of your face and stuff, and it sucks. And this makes it's like, well, if I'm bleeding, at least I can say I fought a monster at the same time instead of trying to figure out that love scene that doesn't sound terrible. So, I'm still a fan. If you want to friend me on it, I can just Mighty Mur is the usual name. I should do a giveaway of like a membership or something.
That'd be
So
cool.
I'll do that the next stream. Better write that down.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Are you on for the words, Valerie?
I am not. I've never done it. I'm one of those people that gets like very nervous about writing in sites that are not, you know what I'm saying, for saving purposes. I just get anxious. I
That's why I
also,
always
yeah,
just copy paste. I don't leave anything there.
right. I'm also just a very slow writer, and so the stress of trying to beat something that will stress me out.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
that's not ideal for
Not
me.
not a good stress.
Yeah, like there's like Ride or Die is another one that, it has different
Yeah.
modes and it is trying to kind of encourage you to do the thing. But yeah, it's not good stress for me. It's too much, it's stress. And
Yeah,
so,
write or die does if you stop writing, it
yeah,
starts to play terrible music or make the screen flash. Or if you want the
like
worst
there's like a
level of all,
nightmare
which
mode. Yeah.
I can't even imagine anybody would do this, it starts deleting your words. And considering that, I don't know, if you have a child, a pet, a spouse,
Yep.
if you live in a space where there's noise happening somewhere, it's like getting up and checking to see what went crash in the other room. You don't want that to destroy
Mm.
your chapter. So I don't even get that level. But for the words actually implemented a way to do that similarly, which is
Mhm.
you have hit points and you
Right.
need to fight a monster, and if you stop writing, then you start to lose those hit
Yeah.
points. And so I found that to be pretty invigorating. Not
Yeah.
invigorating. What's the word I'm looking for?
Motivating?
Motivating. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Words, man. They're hard.
Who even? Yeah. Words are fake. I don't believe in them. Like birds.
Yeah. Um, Valerie, what are you doing during November? What are you doing as a creative person?
Well, I am going to be working on the sequel to Which You Would. So I'm about halfway through that, and I need to finish it. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Awesome.
Gonna finish it. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got two things I'm working on. One of them is more of a project that's it's like a found footage thing that I want to make into a physical thing, and I don't know if I should count that because it's more of a it feels like more of a putting a puzzle together rather for me than just writing 1600 words in a day. But it will take work, so I'm not
Mhm.
quite sure how to measure that. But I also have a book that I'm writing out of spite that I
Mm.
started today and got like 200 words in before I had to run
Mhm.
away to all the errands. But I might just make that my November project because it was a lot of fun to start. And when we're
Mhm.
done, I want to share my first sentence with you because I've never been this proud of a first sentence. So I'm very happy with it. Um, but yeah, the Yeah, the other project's going to need like Canva work, and I don't know how to
Mm,
measure that if
yeah.
I'm supposed to be counting words.
Yeah, usually you can go by time. That was the official like NaNoWriMo
Oh, right, time.
alternative. Yeah, you can. So, in order to accommodate a variety of different projects, you can either do, for example, pages if you're editing. You can do it by word count if you're editing as well. You can do it by time.
Yeah.
If you're doing poetry, you can do it by lines. Pages was also used for screenwriting, I believe,
Oh, yeah.
as another way. Yeah. And if you're doing it by songs, I think you can do it by minute,
Hmm.
something like that. So there's a lot of different methodologies out there that you could apply to the system, in which you give yourself a monthly goal, whatever it is. Let's say you're going to write 30 songs in 30 days. Let's say you're going to, write 30 poems in 30 days, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. You give yourself a goal. You do
Um,
it.
from chat, we have, I haven't said hello to anybody. I'm very sorry. I'm a little discombobulated today. But Fire Rider's here and Crystal Briar's here. Happy Halloween. Hetman says, great spooky vibe. And Chelinator, one of your favorite community members, has said something about your new book, Valerie, that
Oh
it's
yeah.
not just the sequel to the one that's on the shelf, it's something else, right?
Yeah, no, it is the sequel to the one, but it does in fact have sexy library shenanigans.
Yep.
This is what's happening in the sequel.
Sexy library shenanigans. So
Get ready.
there was sexy reality show cooking shenanigans in the first one.
Yeah.
So yes, I recommend Valerie's Valerie's current book, which you would, and I finished it, which is big for me these days.
It's
So
it's tough out there.
yeah, so I had a lot of fun with your book. So
Yeah.
I can definitely endorse it. Yes, endorsing. I mean, I'm not like Stephen King and endorsing people like Ursula, but no, it'd be nice to. Sorry.
I don't know what I could do to get endorsed by Stephen King, because I'm just not there right now. I'm not writing Stephen King endorsable
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. I'm writing neither horror nor hard
Uh oh.
things. I'm not sure how to characterize the not horror that he writes, but
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm writing a note.
note to self.
Yes, I am. Like I said, it's a busy day for me. This is why I don't
Mhm.
normally do a Halloween stream, because it is my anniversary tonight. So I am going to get off here and go make dinner for my sweetie, and while the kid gives out candy. Um, Valerie, thank you so much for being here and talking about NaNoWriMo and what we can do. Um, let's tell us where to find you online.
You can find me at valerievaldez.com. You can also find me on Twitch as the kids are asleep, which is when we used to stream, but now the kids usually aren't asleep by the
Yeah, the
time we
kids are going to
start.
grow up, and then you're going to be like, man, I don't have, they're not kids, and they're not asleep, and they're not even here. And what are you going to call yourself on Twitch then? Actually, it's pretty easy to change your Twitch name, so that's not going to be a problem. Um, are you going to be continuing your gaming streams in November, or are you going to be turning them into writing streams?
Gonna be continuing them, but I am doing a stream for 100 hours of writing, which is, let me also drop that link in chat, ohow.net. That is next weekend, I believe. I would have to check my calendar to know, and it is too far away. So, yeah. But if you want to do a 100-hour long Twitch marathon of different streamers raiding into each other's channels and just constantly writing, that's one thing you could do next weekend.
Ohow.net.
Yeah. I'm also participating in Game of Tomes again, which is kind of in concert with World Anvil, but it's essentially like, do you want to role play your way through writing 50,000 words? You could.
Interesting.
Also an option.
Okay.
It's basically like join a team, and then the words that you write contribute to your team's goal, and then the winner is, wins. Whoever gets the whoever gets the most words is the winner. Hooray.
Yes, the winner wins. That's what we're all looking for. Um,
I'm a writer. I'm a professional.
I know, I know. You know, and you've got to save your words for the page. You can't waste them on these people.
You too can put together really fascinating sentences like the winner wins if
Yes.
you write
Um,
professionally.
I I am Mur Lafferty. I also have a really cool community. You can get there via Patreon or Twitch. Patreon.com/MightyMur and Twitch.tv/MightyMur. And I'm going to be doing some cool stuff in November. It's just not public yet because I just got back from vacation and I'm a little scatterbrained. But I will be doing some write-ins on Twitch during the day. I don't know. I can't organize myself that well. I'll be here writing sometimes and I'll be not streaming and writing sometimes. I'm kind of a mess that way. I really need like a producer just to manage all this crap. But it's me. So, Murverse.com is where you can see all of my crap. And also, Infinite Archive is on the shelves now. It is murder and space and cats and cozy things. So, if you like murder and science fiction and cozy mysteries, then it's for you.
And fun.
And fun, yeah, it's fun. I have another book called Six Wakes that's not as fun, but still with
No.
murder. And I've had people say like, "What do I read after Six Wakes?" And I'm like, "Well, I have this other thing with murder, but it's much more cozy and less visceral description of blood in Zero G." Thank you, Chelinator. I appreciate that Six Wakes was the bomb. I'm just saying that tone wise, Six Wakes is darker than the Station Eternity and Chaos Terminal and Infinite Archive. So I
Yeah,
just,
it's like people coming from Chilling Effect to Wish You Would. It's like, well, it's funny.
yeah, yeah,
Also.
yeah. Got some humor, got some murder. More humor in the second one. So yes, but anyway, I'm gonna see who's online. Although most people I know are probably like off celebrating and you know having fun tonight, especially because it's on a Friday night
Yeah,
this year.
looks like Claire After All is up if we
Oh,
want to
is
go to
Claire
a
on?
co-working.
Awesome.
Unless that's fake. It
Tina
might
is
have changed.
absolutely cozy. Man, Tina is the coziest, and she will tell you. She swears. And I once had a teacher in my MFA program say that there's no such thing as a fucking cozy, and I'm gonna bleep that out. But a lot of us, the mystery writer that we had in our group, is just like, yeah, I'm gonna write a fucking cozy. I don't care what she says. So bleep at 42 minutes.
Two bleeps because you said it
Yeah,
twice, just for the record. Just
yeah,
putting it out there. No judgment implied, just
yeah.
only helping your notes there.
Thank you. Yes.
I
But
do what I can.
yeah, so thank you guys for coming to the stream. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I'm going to keep up my Thursday streams at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in November. I'm going to have a couple of guests as well. And if I am better at organizing the way I want to be, I will like let people know who those are before it actually starts. So,
And just
yeah.
right now on Twitch, we do have a writers and readers category, like writing and reading category now. And
Oh,
so
cool.
you can check that out and the co-working category. Both of those, you are potentially going to find some really useful streams that you can get work done in for the entire month of November. So
Yes.
just note, categories exist now. You could do it.
Well, thank you guys. And whether you are doing a big November project or not, you should be writing. And, right. We're going to go raid Claire, who has. I like Claire a lot for many reasons, including the fact that she plays Brindlewood Bay, and but she has more idle co-working games than I do, which still
Mm-hmm.
baffles me. So it's always fun to see what she's playing. I've been having fun with Rusty's retirement because right now the white and orange pumpkins are jack-o'-lanterns instead.
Oh, so cute, so cute.
Yes,
I know
and
Spirit City Lo-Fi changed their lo-fi source, but they also have some Halloweeny stuff if you have
yes, they
that one.
do. All right, the raid is set up. Be awesome there as you are here. The raid call is hashtag #MurRaid, and you can use any of my emotes to say hi. And we'll see you next Thursday at the latest, but I'm hoping to do some co working streams in the meantime. So, Valerie, thank you as always for backing me up on weird times when I'm flighty and need help. And you continue to be the municipal liaison in your heart, even if they're not there to support you. So, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Mur. Oh, I think Claire just ended. Oh no. Uh, well, I guess that maybe they're gonna raid out. Okay. That's fine, because then we'll just raid out to wherever Claire's going. At least we got in before before they raided out, so yeah.